Hello and welcome to this video showing you all of the changes that have been made to your new Cratio system in Sprint 1. The key area for Sprint 1 is covering both the companies and contacts section, which are required when we start to add the leads and opportunities sections within Sprint 2 and Sprint 3. You'll be able to log on to your Cratio system using the URL that's on the screen now, and then using your standard email as your username and the password that is also on the screen. Enter those details into the box and then click the Log On button. Once loaded, this will take you to the main Cratio front screen. There are a few options across the top that I'll briefly explain. Firstly, we have the menu button that shows and hides the main menu. And the key option you'll see at the moment is the Sprint 1 option with both the contacts and companies areas of the system. You can also select all apps that show you the same values for now. If you ever want to get back to the start front screen, as you can see here, we can click on the logo at the top and this will take you back to this particular screen. To search your records, go into the search box, type in your search phrase, and this will return records that match the criteria of your search. You can then click on the various different records to take you into that record. On the right hand side, we have the recent button that shows me the last couple of records I've been into. We have the feed, phone and email sections that will be configured shortly and will allow you to view information about your inbound and outbound email. But for now, this is not an area we will be testing. This will be tested within the next sprint. There's also a notification area that allows you to see various notifications such as reminders and alerts set up on the system. Over on the far right hand side, we have an icon that allows you to adjust your profile. Within this option, we can specify our language, our date and time format, and our time zone. Make sure that this is configured correctly for you. As an example, I'm now setting my time zone to London. If this value is set incorrectly, you may find that when you or other people book appointments into your diary, those diary appointments do not show up in the correct date or time for where you are currently. If I click on the left-hand menu where it says Contacts, this will display a list of the current contacts within the system. I can see that I've got access to 4 contacts at the moment. You should only see contacts that are related to you in your particular region. If I want to view a contact, I can click on the link and that will take me to the contact record. If I want to filter the contacts, I can select a search option within the search bar or select the specific field I want to perform the search against. It's also possible to create search folders that allow us to predefine searches that we want to apply on the system, but these will be discussed and configured in a later phase. To add a new record, I can click on the New button, and a mini page pops up that allows me to enter some basic information. I can click on the Add Contact Name, put in a name such as Amy Lewis, select my contact type. If I want to, I can add this person to a company if it's a B2B contact, or just leave it blank if it's a B2C contact. And I can enter in the mobile phone number and email address. Finally, click Save. This will save this particular contact record and then display this within the list on the screen. The contact itself is automatically allocated into the region you are in as a record. So I can now see that it has been allocated to the UK territory, and I can see that I created the record, and here are my email and phone details put in on the screen. I can see the first name, last name, adjust the contact status, specify where needed, the gender or the recipient name, and various other notes. Additionally, I can select from a predefined list of languages the language that this contact prefers to use. Fields on the screen, marketing acquisition, will be pre-filled by the lead record within Sprint 2. I can also add addresses by selecting the address option and typing the address into the screen and then saving the record back. And I can also link this record to other related contacts by clicking on the plus icon, specifying my related contact and the relationship, and clicking save. This will then display that relationship on the screen. The timeline option allows me to see, as I send emails or tasks or appointments, a history of that particular interaction with this particular contact. And finally, I have the feed and attachments options. Within the feed option, I can create comments against this particular contact, such as new contact. Please check. And I can add other users within the system by typing in their various different details. Finally, click save. If a contact has been added within the system, they will be alerted within their notifications area in the feed notifications that someone has commented to them, and they will be able to see that comment within there. Also, the attachments option allows me to drag and drop attachments against this particular contact. If a company is selected within the contact record, the screen is changed to allow us to see information that we can enter about this particular contact in relation to the company they work for. We can see the job experience, what company they're working at, and allow or create and move this contact between different companies by selecting the new account that they're moving to, new company they're moving to, is it their primary role and is it a current role, and then start to enter other details about when did they start, when did they change, etc. I can also enter in a job title and the department that this particular contact works in. If I go to the company tab, I can see the companies that I've got access to. And in the same way as contacts, I can search and find information on the screen and filter this down into folders. I'm going to come into the Human Solutions company. We can see information such as the account number, the territory that they're in, the primary contact, contact details, and the main person's primary contact details on the screen. Additionally, I can add other communication options by selecting the Add Communication option section and adding those links in. And I can specify, is this the head office company? Is it a key account? And various other information and fields on the screen. I can see the various contacts that work at this company and add one or more addresses against the company record. In the same way as contact, I can see the timeline, and I also have the feed and attachment options. Additionally, if this company type is set to dealer, a new commercial info tab is available, showing information related to this particular dealer, such as their approval stage, dealer grade, do they have Stannah exclusivity, and various different sales values and commercial details that can be entered in against this particular account. So at present, they're the key areas to have a look at within this Sprint 1 testing. These records, the contacts and companies, will form the basis of other parts of the system, such as the leads and opportunity processing, as well as obviously the ongoing marketing, etc. against the contacts. If you have any feedback about how these sections work, if you require any additional drop downs or changes to the screen, or there are any bits of text that need to be translated into different languages, please note these down and then send this information to either Anniko or Elle, who can then inform us of these particular changes and we can add them to the next bit of work. Thank you for your time, and hopefully you can see how the system is starting to be built out to match your requirements.